So right now I will be doing a review for Friday Night Smackdown for June 8th, 2012. I must say that this show wasn't it was okay. It was missing something, and I know what it was missing. Actually missing a person. Not Laurinaitis, even though Laurinaitis wasn't on this Friday Night Smackdown. It was missing Randy Orton. The show felt kind of not boring. It was kind of short. It just lacked an excitement. I think last Friday Night Smackdown was way better than this one. And I think that it's a shame because this Monday Night Raw was awesome. I gave it 5 stars. If you missed Monday Night Raw, check out my Raw review and check out my review for Smackdown from last week if you missed that. So, I don't think this is good for Laurinaitis to have such a good Raw and then to have a crappy Smackdown. Superstars is okay. If you missed Superstars, I also did a review on that also. I don't know, it just... Last week Randy Orton wasn't there, but the show was still good. But this week, it was just, I didn't like it as much. Basically, the show opened with Alberto Del Rio opening the show. Alberto Del Rio, let's call him Del Rio. He has been making an impact so far in WWE. He's trying to climb the ladder again, and I think WWE is going to push him because Randy Orton is out, and also Jericho. Comes out in a 6 Series white convertible BMW, but he had no pyro, which was kind of strange. Sometimes he has that, sometimes he doesn't. Is it budget issues? I know pyro probably costs money, like $2,000 per additional pyro, so there was no pyro for his entrance. And it basically showed what Del Rio did on Monday Night Raw, which was destroying Sheamus at the top of the stage on the WWE, near the WWE logo on the top left hand. When you come up the stage, there's a WWE sign right there, and giving Sheamus a arm breaker while he was hanging off the stage. And then Ricardo came out of Sheamus with his hair dyed red, these white leggings to make his skin look pale, with the same underwear and knee armbands and that Sheamus wears, and a WWE toy version World Heavyweight Championship belt. He just comes out there, you know, doing that like what Sheamus does all the time, and he was just making fun of Sheamus, mocking him, until really the real Sheamus came out and destroys both of them. And then Teddy Long returns. It was good to see Teddy Long not being Laurinaitis' maid anymore. I would love to see Teddy after this Monday Night Raw. I hope. Let me tell you something. You're going to hear it first from right here. Vince McMahon is going to start off Monday Night Raw. I know it, because you know why? They're in desperate need for ratings. So he's going to open the show and talk about... He's going to open the show so people will continue to watch it. If Vince McMahon doesn't open the show, the ratings are going to go down. So since it's 3 hours, I can guarantee he's going to come out first. You heard it here first. If you're watching this, you heard it here first. Vince McMahon's going to open the show. He has to. If he doesn't open the show, people are going to wonder. Just like John Cena. Monday Night Raw. 2 weeks ago, John Cena missed Raw, and the ratings were low. Then the Raw, when he came back, he opened the show so people would know he was there, and the ratings went kind of. Vince McMahon is going to open the 3-hour Monday Night Raw this Monday. You heard it here first. Teddy Long returns on SmackDown. Well, he didn't return, but I guess he took a week or two off. And I hope Vince McMahon either makes Edge or Teddy Long the general manager of SmackDown and Raw, or give Teddy SmackDown and give Edge Raw. Either way, I'll still be happy. Basically, Teddy Long sets up a match for Rio versus Khali, who returns. I haven't seen the Great Khali in, I want to say a month. I'm not sure about that, but I haven't seen the Great Khali in over a month. But Del Rio was impressive in this match. He got the Great Khali to tap out, which the Great Khali doesn't seem as strong as he was back in 2007 when he was fighting against The Undertaker and everybody. He was a monster now, but it seems like now anybody can beat him. You let Del Rio beat the Great Khali, there's something seriously wrong with that. But to me, it seems like he's big for nothing. He only has like 5 moves that he can do. He can kick you, give you a big head chop. He can't maneuver in a ring. And I know it's because his height, but even the Big Show can run around in a ring. The Great Khali hardly ever runs anywhere. Del Rio won via tap out. And I also must say that it's almost 7 minutes long, but I must also say that WWE keep pushing it. That Raw is going to be 3 hours long this Monday. They keep pushing it, which means the ratings are really, really bad. They showed it on Superstars. They showed it on SmackDown. They kept talking about it, which means they're in dire need of ratings. They must be if Vince McMahon is returning. That means the ratings must be in the trash can. And then they showed the video of the Big Show again, which is basically the same video that Brock Lesnar did. If you didn't see the video Brock Lesnar did about talking about John Cena, it's on YouTube. Check it out, and then check out the video the Big Show did. Like I was saying, for the past 3 weeks, the Big Show is doing what Brock Lesnar would be doing had he stayed under contract with the WWE. They're turning the Big Show into Brock Lesnar, basically. And Bros Clay returns on this Friday Night Smackdown. He was out for a week after he was attacked by the Big Show. I thought he was going to be out longer, but he returned. He's no longer allowed on Raw, which means he'll be a permanent WWE Smackdown superstar unless he gets drafted. And he goes against Derek Bateman. Probably some guy they pulled out the audience. He dominates them. It's basically a squash match. When is Bros Clay going to have a real opponent? The only real opponent he's going to have was Big Show, but the match never happened. So Bros Clay is still undefeated. Maybe they want to keep his undefeated streak going on. I don't know. And then Sin Cara. This was one of my favorite matches of the night. You know what? This was my favorite match of the night. Any match that had Sin Cara in there was good. He's been back for 2 weeks now. I want to say that's the only reason I watched SmackDown was to see Sin Cara. Normally the 2 reasons are to see Sin Cara when he was there and Randy Orton. There's no Randy Orton. So the only person I really watch for is Sin Cara. And he went against Drew McIntyre. When Drew McIntyre first debuted, he was strong, but now he's useless. End this contract. Bring back John Morrison. Bring back Chris Masters. I don't know why he's under contract. He was supposed to be hand chosen by Vince McMahon. He's been on Superstars, and I don't know why. Drew McIntyre's just bring back John Morrison. Drew McIntyre, he shouldn't be under contract. Get rid of Jinder Mahal. Give people the spotlight who really need it, like Yoshitatsu. Bring him on SmackDown. Sin Cara wins the match, and also I don't know if I mentioned it before, Brodus Clay did win, and Sin Cara wins the match. But during the match, Drew McIntyre, I will say, he did give Sin Cara a big kick off the ropes and off into the mat, but that was the highlight of the match. Other than that, Sin Cara was able to win. Sin Cara's been impressive, and he needs a push from the WWE. He needs a push that they gave John Cena. That's what Sin Cara needs. He can be, it sounds fun, he can be a next World Heavyweight Champion, Intercontinental Champion, United States Champion, or even Tag Team Champion. Sin Cara and Hunico would make a great Tag Team Championship. Tag Team Champions. And then we have Ryback versus two people from South Carolina, because SmackDown was taped in South Carolina. So two hometown heroes, Tony and Kevin versus Ryback. You already know who won. I don't really need to say. Ryback. All these squash matches. Why not Ryback versus Brodus Clay? Now that's a match. Ryback versus The Big Show. Ryback versus The Great Khali. Ryback versus Sheamus. Ryback versus Daniel Bryan. Ryback versus Mark Henry. They turned Ryback into some type of Goldberg, and Mason Ryan was supposed to be the new Batista, but that's been put on hold. Ryback, all these squash matches, I hope that they're building him up to face somebody big by giving him these little opponents. Hopefully he's going to get some real people. And then there was the Peep Show. Christian's Peep Show returned this Friday night on SmackDown. I haven't seen a Peep Show since last year. Maybe during the summer. I want to say during the summer. I don't know. But the Peep Show returned, but while the WWE handyman, I would say, were setting up the ring for the Peep Show, Cody Rhodes comes out. Not Christian first. Christian wasn't out yet. Cody Rhodes comes out while they were setting up the Peep Show. He knocks down all the stuff saying Peep, knocks over the chairs, everything that they normally have in the interview during the match. He knocks all that stuff out. He comes out first. And then Christian comes out and he basically talks stuff that doesn't even matter. Talks about, basically he's talking about how Edge being inducted into the Hall of Fame made him want to be the Intercontinental Championship. You're going to see Christian more. I bet Christian will be on this Monday Night Raw. I can guarantee it, because they're short Randy Orton and Jericho. Somebody has to fill the slots. You're going to see more of Christian and Sin Cara. Since they both just returned, they're going to be using them. You're going to see them 2 or 3 times a week. You'll see Christian on this Monday Night Raw. Maybe even Superstars. He's going to be on SmackDown. And Sin Cara is going to be on this Monday Night Raw too. Even though he's a SmackDown superstar. You're going to see these people, Christian and Sin Cara, 2 times a week on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. Which is unusual, because normally SmackDown superstars say they're SmackDown and Raw superstars say they're Raw. But now, they're just all over the place. So Christian will be on Monday Night Raw, I can guarantee it. And Sin Cara. So basically, Christian versus Ziggler. Ziggler was impressive during the match, but Christian was able to pull off the win. And also the stable's broken up. You know the stable known as Vicky Guerrero, Jack Swagger, and Dolph Ziggler. There's no more stable. Ziggler is branching off from the stable. That he's been with the stable for a couple months, about 6 or 7 months. That stable's breaking up, and Ziggler is pursuing his own career. And I like Ziggler more by himself rather than with Vicky and Swagger. I think they were holding him down. So Ziggler should get a push. Even though I don't like him personally, Ziggler is going to get a push. He has the talent, he just needs to work on it. Christian won the match via a frog splash. Hey, hold up, I need to get my charger. Okay, sorry about that. And then they showed the video of John Cena versus Michael Cole. If you missed Raw, check out my Raw review on my channel. Basically, Cena beats up Cole and sprays him in JR's barbecue sauce, which means JR's barbecue sauce must not be selling too good, or even WWE's other ideas. If you bring his barbecue sauce on the show to promote, they're promoting his barbecue sauce by splashing it all over Michael Cole. Maybe his sales aren't as high as they should. And since he doesn't have a job as a ringside announcer, they're trying to find other ways for him to make money. But JR's barbecue sauce is being promoted. And also, this leads to my next segment. Hornswoggle dressing up like Jim Ross. He had the black suit on, black cowboy hat. He had barbecue sauce in his hand. And basically, they're promoting JR's barbecue sauce. Sales must be low, or WWE has run out of ideas. And then Damien Shandor, who hasn't really had a match in a long time. The guy who wears the purple knee pads and the pink underwear. He comes out and interrupts Hornswoggle, whom I haven't seen on Smackdown for months. And I haven't seen Hornswoggle. What happened to Finley? Bring back Finley. But I haven't seen Hornswoggle in, I want to say, since January or December. I haven't seen Hornswoggle. So Damien show he's about to beat up Hornswoggle, but Tyson Kidd, where does Tyson Kidd come from? I had no idea he was still under contract. Normally he's on Superstars, but WWE is really short people. Like I said, Randy Orton is gone. Tyson Kidd comes out and saves Hornswoggle. Then Damien Sandow exits the rings. He's walking the ramp. While Tyson Kidd had his back turned, he runs back down the ramp and ambushes him in the ring. And after he ambushes, Tyson Kidd does a cartwheel in the ring. Damien Sandow reminds me of Chris Masters, just because of the theme music. If you haven't heard his theme music, I suggest you YouTube it. Chris Masters. Damien Sandow is the new Chris Masters. Chris Masters. And then we have Jimmy Uso versus Antonio Cesaro, also known as Oksana's lovers, whom she's supposed to be in a relationship with Teddy Long, but he got demoted from being a general manager, so that kind of ended. Like I said, Teddy Long needs a push. Teddy Long deserves to be more than Laurinaitis' maid or assistant. Give Teddy Long SmackDown, let him be the SmackDown general manager, and let Edge have Raw. Jimmy Uso, I didn't even write down. Yeah, Jimmy Uso, he's been on Superstars. He hasn't really made an impact in the WWE. If he wants to make it, he needs to do something, or I don't see him signing his contract. He hasn't had impact on me either. He's on Superstars normally, but he's on SmackDown. I guess he can stay right out of people, but I guess that's how it is. And Antonio Cesaro wins. Last week he was on Superstars, and now he's on SmackDown. So they bring the Superstars people to SmackDown. It still won't replace the fact that Randy Orton is gone. Randy Orton needs to come back. We still got like 7 weeks left. And then when he does come back, he's just gonna have to work his way up the ladder again. And then the main event of tonight was Sheamus versus Kane. And Kane was backstage doing a promo. He was working his way to the arena, basically. He's working his way to come out. The camera's following him backstage. They hit the red lights and everything back there. And I'm trying to explain this. The camera's following him. He walked past the camera. I wonder why the camera stopped. It was because AJ was hiding backstage. So, the four-way love triangle between Kane, AJ, CM Punk, and Daniel Bryan. That's basically what's happening. Also, the 1000th Raw episode is coming up July 23rd. Every Monday Night Raw from July 23rd on will be 3 hours long. And also, they showed the video. What happened to MVP? If MVP were to return, he's been gone for about 2 years, 2.5 years. What would happen if he were to return? We have a huge crowd, like, reaction, or people not care at all. But Sheamus versus Kane. And Sheamus still had his left arm taped after being attacked on Monday by Del Rio with the arm breaker when he's hanging off the stage. And let me see. That also, Kane is going to win it no way out. My prediction: he hasn't had the belt in 14 years, so WWE is going to give him a push that he needs. He hasn't had the belt in 14 years, so he's going to get the push from WWE. I can guarantee you that Kane will be the WWE champion. And Ricardo Rodriguez and Del Rio interrupts the match. So there was no winner for the main event for Sheamus versus Kane. And then Sheamus was able to bro kick Ricardo Rodriguez and knock Kane out the ring. No, my bad. Yeah, he was. Kane was knocked out of the ring for a minute. But when Kane did get back in the ring, there was this look between AJ and Kane. Love connection going on between Kane and AJ. Also reminds me of when Kane and Lita used to date. That's back in 2003, I believe. So, that's all. And then Sheamus was able to knock Kane out the ring, and Del Rio ran up the ramp. So that's basically all of SmackDown. Predictions for Raw will be: Sheamus is going to be on Raw, guaranteed. They're going to continue the love connection between AJ, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, and Kane. Sin Cara is going to be on Raw this Monday night. I don't see Laurinaitis keeping his job. I don't. But that's all that happened. So if you like the video, you can like it. If you dislike the video, you can dislike it. If you disagree with anything that I said in the video, leave a comment. You will get a response within 24 hours. And if you really like the video, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. And if you miss Superstars, check out my Superstars review. If you miss TNA, if you're a TNA fan watching this, check out my TNA review. And check out my review for Monday Night Raw. And also the one for last week, for June the 4th. And also for 9, 10, June the 11th. My review for June 11th. So, subscribe.